Hi, my name is Vivian Oliver-Hernandez. I am the Carl Wunschie Senior High School Digital Learning Coach Literacy, and in this tip of the week, I'm talking about EdPuzzle. So, good news, if you are a Carl Wunschie Senior High School teacher or staff member, you do have access to EdPuzzle Pro. Yes, Dr. James was gracious enough to help us extend the license from last year into this school year, so you are more than welcome to create as many videos as possible for your classroom instruction using EdPuzzle as your EdTech tool. With that being said, if you already have EdPuzzle prior from a different district coming in, everybody that is verified as the Spring ISD Carl Wunschie Senior High School teacher has been automatically upgraded. If for some reason you look at your EdPuzzle account and you're logged in as a teacher, you're logged in with your Spring ISD credentials and it did not upgrade, please reach out to me. I can go ahead and reach out to the person who is helping us with the account and they can go ahead and walk me through the steps of how to support you. If you are new to EdPuzzle though, I will go ahead and take you throughout this video with how to get started, a couple more information about what it is, and that's what we're going to do is a get started video. Now, before I begin that, if you've heard of EdPuzzle but you really don't understand why you should be using it yet, I have listed off the top 5 reasons why I believe you should use it. It's really an awesome way to build lessons to help your students be able to do self-paced learning. It gives great visuals while they're learning, so you're meeting them at that medium of which they would like to learn best. It provides great accessibility in the classroom. You can do station rotations with it, and then you also help that concern of students who are absent. Well, how do they catch up on your lecture, or how do they catch up on your information that they may have missed? Having an EdPuzzle really does help with that. It helps facilitate that information to them, and it just allows for more growth and opportunities. With that being said, I am going to place this inside of our Carl Wunschie shared folder. Again, it takes you through the steps of what I just mentioned on how to go ahead and get verified. If you're new to it, that link is the link you're going to want to use. I will go ahead and email it to you. Dr. James will email it to you as well, so you can go ahead and click that link and then go through the process of verifying if you're brand new. And then if you're not, like I said, you just needed a little bit more of a push of how to actually use it, down below is even more resources and information on how to use it. I also will be doing live sessions one-on-one in a group during lunch and learns as well, so you can go ahead and reach out to me, and I'm more than prepared and happy to help you with EdPuzzle. So let's go ahead and get through the steps of how to just start with your first video and get started. It does also integrate with Schoology, so just know that too. It is heavily data driven, which is why I love EdPuzzle. So because it is heavily data driven, it does integrate with Schoology. And with that data, not only can you make it interactive and you can prevent skipping of the video. Sometimes we have that happen where we're like, I don't know if the student actually watched it because they could have skipped it. With EdPuzzle, you know. And with EdPuzzle, they can't skip. If you turn it off to prevent skipping and you turn that on, they can't skip no matter how much they try, it'll lock it. It also is data driven, like I said. So because of that, they integrate with Schoology and they go ahead and work seamless with that. And I will make sure to show you where that resource is as well. So let's go ahead and get started with finding these resources and how to create the EdPuzzle. So I know one of the key questions is, well, I want to use EdPuzzle, how does it work? So to better support you, it's going to take more than one video. What I am going to do is I'm going to be hosting lunch and learns throughout this fall and spring with getting started with EdPuzzle, especially with using Schoology. If you cannot attend a lunch and learn, but you still want to use it, have no fear. The schedule will be coming out soon. But again, if you cannot attend, I also will show you your resources. So here on the teacher resources section, if you click on where it says self-paced training courses, you are more than welcome to explore these asynchronous lessons. I've done plenty of them and they're really good. They're really awesome. They go into depth about pedagogy and how to actually implement EdPuzzle. The first one I would recommend you do, while you would think it's this one on the left, the EdPuzzle Level 1, I would actually recommend doing the one on the right called EdPuzzle and Schoology Level 1, because like I said, if you can tie in Schoology with your EdPuzzle, that's going to give you what you need about how to create a video, how to assign the video, and then how to view and access the data from that video. while also showing you how to make it work in Schoology. So this is definitely the one I would recommend you start with. Again, it's EdPuzzle and Schoology Level 1 course. For all of the lunch and learns, I am giving you PD credit in Eduphoria. However, like I said, if you can't attend that, it does tell you how long each module will be. If you complete any of the asynchronous modules, please just let me know. You will get a certificate. I will ask you to email me the certificate, and I can still grant you EdPuzzle Eduphoria PD credit. So you make sure your time is valued and you get that additional support for learning on how to support your students in the classroom. Let's say you cannot attend a lunch and learn and you, for some reason, do not want to do this one, or you did do it but you need more, you need an actual instructor. Have no fear, EdPuzzle is here. You can also go here where it says edpuzzle.com webinars. This is linked here in the same resource that I've shared with you prior. Here is where you can definitely watch a video now that will get you started. It's about 30 minutes, or you can go ahead and just schedule to meet with someone from EdPuzzle themselves. Again, it's about 30 minutes. You schedule a time and they can meet with you and a couple other people that are trying to learn how to use EdPuzzle and Schoology together. If I scroll up, you'll see a whole bunch of things, also other webinars and events, but like I said, I highly recommend the one with Schoology to get you started. They also do have a community of awesome teachers, so you can go ahead. When you log into EdPuzzle, I'll always ask you, am I a teacher or are you a student? You can switch back and forth. I do so often, but each and every time I do, I always use my Spring ISD credentials. So please note that. It just depends on what role I'm in on that day that I choose. Either I'm a teacher or I'm a student. Either way, always use your Spring ISD credentials. Another thing to note is that they do have a help center and support. So their email is support@edpuzzle.com, and then their actual help center is here. They're really great with customer service. So if you ever need to, if you look here for help and there's not anything here that's actually helping you, if you click the contact us in the top right, you can send them an email and they'll get back to you pretty soon with the information that they have. You can also reach out to me, Miss Oliver-Hernandez, but again, if I'm like, ooh, I don't know, let's just add EdPuzzle directly, go ahead and you can access their help center there. And then a couple other things to note. This has all the information of how to sign up. We are going to go more in depth about how to, again, use it with pedagogy. So right here is an EdPuzzle blog. I love this blog. It really takes you through more ideas of how it's actually being used and implemented in the classroom and how you can definitely use it. There was one in particular that I really enjoyed that talked about our emergent bilingual students and how they are further supported when it comes to EdPuzzle. And yeah, it's just interesting to read the research and how it's actually being used. Another thing I do want to share with you before I leave you for this tip of the week is this implementing EdPuzzle in your class Padlet. This has, again, a whole bunch of ideas of how to use it, projects that other educators have done, virtual field trips, escape rooms, etc. Just a plethora of templates and ideas. And then I am going to print these out as well and put this in our one sheet folder, and this is a graphic of what is a station rotation model. I mention it quite often, but sometimes it's like, well, what is she talking about? It's basically having stations in your classroom where maybe online station is where they're actually doing that EdPuzzle video. It's probably your lecture or anything they need to know pertaining to it, and they're actually just engaging with that EdPuzzle. They're learning, answering the questions in the EdPuzzle, and doing what they need to do. As you can see, these students are handwriting as well, so it doesn't have to always be online, but they are using a part of online, the EdPuzzle, in that station. The other station is that teacher-led station where it has small groups checking for understanding. As you can see, they really don't have EdPuzzle in the teacher-led station. There's where the teacher's actually just talking and engaging in the discussion. And then offline is usually that hands-on activity. So again, this is a simplistic way of station rotation model, and it tells you where EdPuzzle can be included in that model as well. So I hope this was helpful. Again, if you have any questions, you can reach out to me. This was just a brief overview of why and how you could possibly use EdPuzzle. Again, it does integrate with Schoology. All these resources will be in our shared folder. on my digital learning website for y'all, or you could just email me, like I said. I hope you have an awesome weekend, day, however you're watching this, whenever you're watching it. And yeah,